Hey guys and girls, how you all doing today? It's your boy Too Lazy for Life, back again with ReZero. We're on episode 15 now. So excited to see what happens to Subaru next up on this episode. It's not looking too good for him right now. A slight minor little setback. It's just, Rem's dead. Just a tiny little setback, okay? Rem's dead. Rem's pasted all over the floor right now. All right, just face planted dead right onto the front lawn, all right, of the Rosval mansion, all right, just all over the floor, splattered tomato paste everywhere, and a sword stuck in her back. Okay, just a small little detail there. All right, Subaru. I don't know what you're gonna do now, but chances are you're gonna go get yourself killed because Rem's dead, and therefore this timeline is a bad timeline. All right, there is no timeline that is considered good if every single one of Subaru's closest friends and family members are no longer with him. So he's gonna have to somehow try and save Rem again, right? Haven't we already saved Rem before? But now we're gonna have to try and save Rem again, because Rem, in all of her glorious wisdom that she managed to take away from Subaru, all right, at the end of episode 11, right, at the end of the Rosval Mansion arc, when Subaru finally knocked some sense into her and taught her some life lessons about not self-deprecating herself and self-belittling herself, having some more self-worth and self-value. All right, about, not needing to go run off on your own back then she was running off on her own to atone for her sins. In this case, she ran off on her own because she cared for Subaru and wanted to, keep him safe out of harm's way. But still, in this situation, again, Rem ran off on her own and endangered herself. In this case, she's dead, all right? In the previous case, she wasn't dead, all right? But this case, she's now totally hit the dirt in the afterlife, and now Subaru has to reset all this shit again. Subaru now must be thinking to himself, like, really? We gotta do this shit all over again? I gotta fucking loop around 100 times again just to prevent Rem from going and committing Sudoku? Oh my god, this girl just can't stop getting herself killed now. Oh, I don't know what to expect, guys. Okay, I have no idea what to expect from this episode, but I'm super excited. Right now, Subaru's mind is in a very dark place. Everybody has abandoned him, or at least that's what he thinks to himself, right? Amelia has dumped him. Krush and Felix do not wish to support him right now, help him in his bid to try and save Rosval's territory from being invaded by these pointy-hatted, purple-robed cultists. And Rem, even though she's stuck by his side through thick and thin so far right now, while everybody else has, just left him by himself, she decides to ditch him the next morning, right? She was pretending, well, I don't know whether she was pretending, but she was healing him and also slowly drugging him up from behind, all right, with her spell to put Subaru into a slumber and then sneak off, all right, to go deal with these cultists by herself. So by the next morning, Subaru woke up, Rem was gone, and he felt kind of betrayed, right? After that heartfelt talk that they had in the bedroom the previous night about how, Rem was going to stay by Subaru's side and will always be with him and, do everything together. And then the next day, she literally just turned her back on him. All right. In a good way, though. But still, Subaru took that the wrong way and felt like yet another person that he thought he could trust, a close friend, all right, decided to leave him and do things by themselves because nobody can seem to trust him right now. So, yeah, Subaru right now has some trust issues to the point where, he said in the wagon, all right, on his way to the Rosval mansion, it's like, fine, if this is how you trust me, I'm not going to trust you either. And didn't trust Felix's foreshadowing, looming doom words, all right, about, hey, if you leave now, bad things are going to happen. And then Subaru literally just gave him some proper shitty attitude and turned his back on him and left. And he didn't heed the warning. And then he just sat there in front of the front lawn of Rosval's mansion like 5 minutes later. It's like, this is not what I wanted. This isn't what I asked for. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You didn't read the death flags, all right, that Felix was putting on your plate. Well, that's your problem. Alright, so now episode 15. Alright, let's pray Subaru can somehow get himself out of this mess. Alright, so without further ado, guys. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What a way to start the episode. Oh! Oh, that guy had his head smashed in with a boulder. The other guy got cut in half. I mean, Felix did kind of foreshadow and warn you leaving here was a bad idea. And now you regret it. This isn't what I wanted. Well, you picked the wrong option in the visual novel. Oh, did she get her eyes gouged out? Okay, I know Subaru needs to reset, but come on. You don't have to rub it in like this. I know he's gonna fucking have to reset and it's sad and all, but no, it's not supposed to be sad. Alright, he's gonna reset. So I really shouldn't be getting myself that invested, but God, just seeing Petra's... Hey, we haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, that's how you're gonna die. Oh, for a second I was about to have a heart attack. Yeah, great. Thanks for debating me with the fucking Apple vendor. Holy shit. Yeah, but Petra, man. I don't know if that was just me over-analyzing things, but they look depressed, right? That was what the shadowing was right there. How can you devote yourself to such a person? Because he's my husbando. Do you not understand about relationships? Oh yeah, he's special, alright. Wow, they're under attack. Oh, hi there! Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior? It wouldn't happen to be pride. What the fuck? Hey! That fucking Kirito! Oh, shit! Well, no, it's not Kirito. It's fucking Inosuke from Demon Slayer, but it's still Kirito. It's fucking Kirito's off his fucking meds again. Ree! Fucking Kono Dioda meme right there. Sloth. Hey! He's one of my people! Is this what happens when Kirito doesn't play SAO? He doesn't play any video games. He's fucking off his meds. Kirito's gone crazy. Do you own a copy of the gospel? Why do you pretend to be mind broken? Who says I was pretending? Your insanity is far too sane. What is this fucking Dark Souls music, man? What happened? He's got magical invisible puppet strings? Oh, what the fuck? Ah! Ah! No, stop! Subaru's just there raging in the background and this guy is just so happy. Oh! Wow, you sure love saying that a lot, don't you?
A few moments later.
Oh man, it's so fucking painful. Not even funny. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Ah. I was not expecting that for today. But hey, she's alive again, if that's any consolation. Alright. At least she's alive now. Alright. Hey, hey, the show's like, I was just joshing you, bro. I was just joshing you. She's not dead. Nice to see she's all nice and well again. Holy shit. The face of madness. Oh, I don't know what to say, guys. Like, I am... I did not... Like, when I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, hey, recording session today. Alright, got another new episode of ReZero to watch. I'm super excited. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen next in this episode. Never in a million years in my wildest imaginations did I ever think that I would get an episode like that. That would be the first episode of ReZero for today that I just witnessed. Alright, that was, dare I say, a masterpiece. Alright, I have once again been gifted, been blessed, been bestowed upon another legendary, masterfully crafted episode. The feeling that I'm feeling right now is in the same level of shock and awe and just disbelief and speechlessness that I had when I watched episodes 16, 17, and 18 of season 3 of Attack on Titan for the first time. When I watched episode 4, or even episode 3 of the current final season part 2 of Attack on Titan the first time. This feeling is a very, very, very strong, distinct, special feeling that very few shows have ever been able to drag out of me. It is just being able to witness such a spectacle for the first time, right? Your virgin eyes, the first time ever witnessing that particular movie, that particular episode of that particular series, your virgin eyes for the first time, just slowly unraveled, unveiled the absolute grandeur of such a biblically crafted and conjured up episode such as this. I don't even know how long I'm gonna end up going for this post-episode reaction discussion. Oh man, this might end up being an hour-long video for all I know. All right, so let's just get through my first impressions, how I'm feeling right now. Okay, let's debrief, let's detox my current upfront, most strongest raw emotions that I'm feeling right now after having just finished episode 15 of ReZero. That was easily the greatest episode of ReZero, obviously. I mean, it's the greatest episode of ReZero I've seen so far. and I would dare say arguably it's one of probably the best episodes I've ever seen, period. It's definitely up there with, like, let's say episode 16, 17 and 18 of Attack on Titan season 3. All right, this episode was an absolute fucking masterpiece. It was freaking legendary. That end bit right there, let's just talk about that first. That end bit right there when is that Puck? I think that's Puck. That giant like rat. I couldn't see what it looked like. It was just a silhouette. It looked like a giant rat. Okay. Okay. It looked kind of like that evolved Pokemon of Rattata, right? From the OG Pokemon. What was its name? Raticage or Raticate or something like that. It looked like just a fucking giant rat just popped out from the top. Popped out from the lid of Rossval's mansion. Alright? But it definitely sounded like Puck. Huh? It sounded like Puck. Alright? And I guess that was the thing that caused this whole snowstorm. Right, and then it decapped Subaru, and Subaru's head just so casually just slid off his head and then just fell on the floor and rolled over. But then after that I was not expecting that that was the cliffhanger. All right, I was already emotionally destroyed by that point, but to have the episode end like that, it's very hard to pinpoint how I feel about it. But it was just so. It was legendary. That's the only word I've got for it. It was 100 out of 10, a million out of 10, legendary. That's probably one of the greatest cliffhanger / cut off / end of an episode credit roll transitions I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing. All right, in any form of media that I've seen so far in my 28 years, 29 years of my life. The moment when his head rolled onto the floor, rolled off his shoulders, and then just splat right there, okay, in the snow. And then you see these credits start rolling up the screen, painted in just blood red. I'm gonna definitely have to go watch this episode again later in my free time and just soak in that moment again. I want to relive that moment. That moment was just so cool. Okay. You clearly saw from my fucking reaction there, guys, from when it happened. I was in, oh shit, that is some straight up reaction gold right there. I was in disbelief. I was in absolute shock. Okay, I was emotionally shattered, crying my eyes out. Okay, I was an absolute mess, thinking that maybe we'll get a little bit more after that, but then no, you cut me off right there on that still image of Subaru in the snow, decapitated. Right, and what I think is Puck in the background in the middle of a massive snowstorm. And then you're just rolling up these blood red, just blood dripping, blood drenched credits up the screen, while having, by the way, let's point that out as well, that OST that was playing throughout the whole segment, from when Betelgeuse, so what was his name again? Romano Conti, otherwise known as Kirito right now, that's off his meds. All right, when he left, that soundtrack that was playing right there when Subaru had completely exhausted himself from just screaming for so long, and then Rem goes and breaks him out, and then all of that. I don't want to go into that yet, but that whole OST that carried all the way to how long was that OST, man? That was like 10 minutes, I think, of the episode up until the end of the credit roll. That OST was still playing. Holy shit, that must be one fucking long ass piece of a score right there. But yeah, that OST with the all of it together was just amazing. It was, I don't know what else to say. I'm like I said, I'm on right now. I'm finding very hard to get the words out of my mouth right now. Brain.exe is starting to stroke out. Okay, Brain.exe is starting to crap out right now. I'm starting to blue screen of death from just what I've just witnessed. It's just the absolute spectacle. That combination of just the way that the visuals ended, right? The scene ended, and then the song was still playing, but the moment when the episode ends, right, and the credits start rolling, that's when the OST kicked it into that final verse of just it went all out on just the way that the score was sounding, right? It went for the home run. That was like the grand finish of that particular score piece, and then you have those credits rolling up, all right, in sync with that music. just I had chills going down my spine, down my leg, up my ass, everywhere. All right, that scene was just amazing. All right, I don't know what else to say about it. That was one of the best endings to an episode. Period. All right. Period. I can see now why people say that ReZero is definitely up there with Attack on Titan. Some people are still gonna get triggered by that very claim. Personally, at this point in time, I wouldn't say it's neck and neck with Attack on Titan. Okay, but I would say, in my opinion, right now, it's a close second. Okay. Well, actually, I don't know. That's like omitting everything else that I've seen that's also great. For now, my current raw feelings after having just seen this episode of ReZero, I'm putting it up there. It's definitely in my top 5, if not even top 3. Alright, but I wouldn't say... Yeah, sure, it's up there with Attack on Titan. You're up there in my top 5, top 3. Is it as good? I mean, currently the final season part 2 is just sending Attack on Titan to another fucking universe in terms of its score. Okay, as if I previously thought that show wasn't already a 1 million out of 10. What I'm watching right now every single week unfold from all of these weekly episodes, man, that score, that stonks are going straight vertically upwards, alright, to the moon. But in any case, ReZero at this point for me, it's great. It's fucking amazing, okay? Just like what people told me, okay, whether it's as good as Attack on Titan or not, I don't care. It's as good as all the recommendations have said it was going to be. It is absolutely freaking incredible. And I regret not having listened to them and started this show sooner. Alright, maybe, I don't know if this was fate and I'm perfectly timing it to something, or whether it's not and I'm just very, very late to the party and I probably should have watched this before something else on my channel, alright, on YouTube and on Patreon. I don't know, but hey, we're here now. That's all that matters. ReZero, okay, right now, I'm giving it a solid 9.5 out of 10. All right, if it keeps going at the rate it's going, I'm going to give it a fucking solid 10. I'm going to give it a straight up perfect score, 10 out of 10. All right, when I started this series, it was like a solid already 8 out of 10, pushing it into 8.5 maybe. All right, by like 3 episodes in, I was already hooked, right on episode 1. It was really, really, really good compared to, let's say, Slime. The world building and, more importantly, the characters in this show are just so grounded, so flawed, so relatable. Their characters overall are just written in a masterful sense. All right, it's definitely up there with all of the other great shows and all the other great characters from the other great shows that I've been praising for, the past like 1-2 years now, ever since I started my YouTube channel and this anime journey of mine of watching a whole bunch of brand new shit. All right, ReZero, it was already selling me on all of those aspects. But then you get to episode 7, all right, when Rem was just pasting Subaru all over the field, all right, in that blood-stained, blood-red setting, right? And you got to hear that amazing voice acting between Rem and Subaru, right? That's when my standards of it, and also the amazing OST that has been going on throughout the series so far. That's when my standards and my respect and my score for ReZero just shot up into the 9s. Solid 9 by that point. Then you reach episode 11, right? By the end of the Rem and Ram arc of Subaru being stuck in Rossfile's mansion, that loop for 7 episodes, and you got to see that final moment of Rem being saved by Subaru with that Sakuga shot of her smiling and the sun glistening on her face, and then that just a beautiful soundtrack playing in the background. That episode for me cemented this show already as a great show. All right, by that point, you are a solid 9 out of 10 minimum. I'm not going to drop you any further than that, but you're really, really testing me to go and bump you up into a 9.5. By now, episode 15, you're a 9.5. Easy 9.5. I'm just thinking whether to give you a 10 or not. But we've got like another 10, 11 episodes left to go before I go into season 2. So I don't know yet right now whether to give it a perfect score or not. But hey, I'm very, very willing to. If you're gonna keep giving me such great production right here, I'm more than happy to give you a 10 out of 10. This honestly has probably got to be the most enjoyable series I've watched since I started Attack on Titan. I think in my whole lifetime of watching anime right now, well, not lifetime, I mean my YouTube lifetime, right? Ever since I started YouTube, I would say ReZero is definitely in my top 3 of a show that I just started, and as I watch it, as the episodes progress further and further into the series and we get more and more of these jaw-dropping episodes, I am left completely speechless and blown away. ReZero is in my top 3. I think it's Attack on Titan, ReZero, and probably Fate Zero. I think Fate Zero would be my 3rd choice from the top of my head, right? First time watch, every episode that goes along, I get more and more emotionally destroyed and also my mind blown at just how great it is. I would say right now, ReZero is definitely 2nd place. Okay, right now. It is, it has been an amazing ride so far, and we're only 15 episodes in. I've got 10 or 11 episodes left of this, and then apparently season 2 is like another 25 something episodes, and every episode is like bordering 30 minutes long. So hey, some people have even already told me, it's like, if you think ReZero is good in season 1, wait till you get to season 2. The last time somebody told me something similar along those lines was Attack on Titan. When I finished Attack on Titan season 1, I gave it a solid 10 out of 10. It was already a fucking amazing show. And then everyone's like, haha, season 1, 10 out of 10? Wait till you see season 2. It makes season 1 look like child's play. Wait till you get to season 3. So if it's anything like how that played out for Attack on Titan, and it's going to be the same thing with ReZero, this will be probably in the hallmarks for me in the history books as probably one of my favorite shows. All right, so far I'm already just so fucking invested in this show right now. All right, the one thing that this show does really, really, really well, all right, that I can't praise it enough for right now in the 15 episodes that I've seen, is the character development. The characters, the way that they're written, the dialogue that they do, the character interactions, and their development so far throughout these 15 episodes, it has been an absolute joy to watch. All right, in these 15 episodes, I have learned more about Subaru and the gang than I have done in some other shows that I've watched previously. I'm not, there is one example that comes to mind. All right, I've learned more about Subaru and Emilia and Rem and Ram and practically everybody in this show, all right, in 15 episodes, more than I've done in like 25 or 50 episodes of something else that I've seen. All right, that's just how jam-packed this show is right now with its just god-tier character writing. All right, in terms of like content, I haven't been paying so much attention to the content. So, like, let's say, again, I don't want to draw too many comparisons between it and Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is just stuffed to the brim with not only character interactions, but also action and also everything. It's like the full platter. It's like the full course meal. ReZero so far, I mean, there are certain lull in the action moments, but I guess, it's kind of, to be honest, I'm not too bothered about it. With the amount of suffering going on right now in this show, I am very, very much welcoming of these brief moments of respite, okay, between all of these horrible scenes that we go on, okay, throughout Subaru's journey. Please give me any happy moment in this show, and I will happily pay a handsome buck for it. I'll suck it up. I'll eat it up in a heartbeat. Just even like that last moment there after Subaru got killed, right, and the end credits finished, and we cut right back to the Apple stand and Rem is alive again. The amount of relief that I felt right there was just too much. Okay, like, I don't even, like, here's the thing, right? I don't even know why did I even fucking, I don't even understand why I cried my damn eyes out during that scene. I don't get it. It's not like they're gonna die. Here's the thing, it's like Steins Gate, right? It's not like Mayushi's, you guys get the point, all right? For anyone that hasn't seen it yet. So it's not like Rem is gonna fucking die, okay? It's like, hey, yeah, she's dead right there, but then you reset, and then you do it again and again and again and again until you get it right. So yeah, sure, you watch her die 1,000 times, but ultimately you have that coping thing. You suck on the tank of copium at the back of your mind, telling yourself it's all gonna be daijobu in the end, because all of these deaths, they're just for dramatic effect, they're just for shock value, all right? But ultimately, Rem isn't gonna die, okay? Subaru will find that one perfect timeline where everybody's alive, and then everyone lives happily ever after. So I don't understand why I'm getting so emotionally invested in like all of these character deaths, because they just get undone. All right. It's like in a show when somebody died and then later the show retconned it and then brought them back with some ass pool. All right. You don't, if you knew that in advance, or let's say you're watching a show again for the second time and you knew that in advance that character's not going to be permanently dead, you're not going to feel as sad. All right, so in this case, it's kind of the same thing. You see Rem die, but then, hey, she's going to come back the next episode, so why are you crying? But I don't know. I still don't know why I end up crying again, breaking down at that moment, man. That was just disgusting. That she got... I don't know what happened there. Like, Petal Geese Romano Conti, okay, he managed to grab her in midair. So I'm guessing he's got like some kind of power of invisible puppet strings, or as he calls it, the unseen hand. All right, he's got a bunch of puppet strings that can grab people and they can't see it. And he just twisted her like a fucking pretzel, like a wet noodle. Just twisting everything to the point where her fucking legs, you saw them droop down a little bit because they're dislocated and her arms dislocated. Oh, that was disgusting. I know, you can, it's just an alternate bad timeline reality, but you don't have to milk it that hard, man. This author's sick. You thought, what's his name? Was it Ishiyama or something? The guy that wrote Attack on Titan is sick. This guy, you could probably rival him in terms of his fucking sickness with the amount of torture they're making these characters go through just because they get to come back. People don't die when they are killed, all right? In this show, Subaru, people don't die when they are killed. Subaru. Subaru is a perfect example. People don't die when they are killed. You kill Subaru, he just reverts back to the previous checkpoint. So he isn't technically dead. All right. So yeah, they're really milking these torturous moments, man, for these characters. Just fucking Subaru fucking broke down like at the beginning of this episode. And then at the last bit where Romano Conti, right, he was about to leave and he just like he releases Rem, and then the amount of detail that went into that one moment was so good, but it was so disturbing and it made me feel felt so wrong. The way Rem just like it's like there were no bones left in that body of Rem after she was twisted around like a pretzel. And the way that when Romano Conti just dropped her, and the way that she just flopped down, like she literally flopped down onto the floor like a wet noodle. That attention to detail, I saw that. All right, that was really cool, but also fucking depressing and disgusting as fuck. Okay. I don't even want to think about it. Nice attention to detail. I'll give it that. Nice attention to detail, but fuck you. All right, Kirito. This Romano Conti guy, I can't believe this so what is he? He's the Archbishop of the Sloth Factor, or something like that. That's what he said. He's the Sin Archbishop of Sloth. And as we pointed out previously, and people have already confirmed it for me, there's like, hey, nice spot, you already guessed it. There are the 7 deadly sins, right? So even Romano Conti said, it's like, Anata, are you pride? Huh? Are you pride? Pride is one of them. It's like what? Pride, envy, lust, gluttony. I think gluttony is one, right? Gluttony, I'm pretty sure that one definitely rings a bell. Every time I hear the word gluttony, I think of some fat fuck that just loves to eat it's like Homer Simpson. All right, just loves to just keep. It's like it's like Saber, right? It's just like what Shiro said to Saber in Carnival Phantasm. Oh, you're such a glutton. You're such a glute, Saber. Because Saber loves to eat. Saber's like a fucking black hole that just consumes food in a 10-mile radius, right? Every single fucking piece of food, Saber will eat it, and she never gets full. Yeah, gluttony, right? So it's just ever expanding consumption, never ending hunger, just keep eating and consuming. All right, and this one, right? Sloth, which I guess is laziness. Hey, get it? Laziness, lazy, sloth, right? Betelgeuse is one of my people. Oh wow, who knew that this guy would go and be one of my fellow followers of the Too Lazy for Life Sloth Army? Who knew I would bump into a fellow Sloth Army supporter of my community in an anime, man? The Archbishop of the Sloth Army. Is it Betelgeuse or Petelgeuse? Betelgeuse Romano Conti, aka Kirito. Or, well, I mean, to be honest, his voice is more like Inosuke than it is Kirito. I would say it's definitely more along the lines of Inosuke after, you know, what we've seen and heard from him in Kimetsu no Yaiba. But it's also Kirito, and how I'd like to call it, Kirito who's off his meds because he's been off of Sword Art Online or any online game for too long and he's getting withdrawal symptoms. I feel like every single character that I see now or hear in anime, the longer I go on watching anime that has Kirito's voice, it's Kirito in another world. And most of the time, it's a lunatic, like Inosuke, and now with this dude. So it's basically Kirito who's gone insane. Kirito who's escaped the insane asylum, alright, the psychiatric ward, and now he's on the loose. It's like Shiro, right? Every time I hear Shiro's voice in another anime, it's like, oh hey, it's Shiro. Shiro isekai'd into another anime. Whoever the fuck his actual character is, I don't care. It's Shiro. And same with Kirei, Yoro Kobe Shonen, every time I hear his voice. And Dio, even though I haven't actually seen JoJo, but I always just call him Dio. Oh, right, Dio's also in this show, right? So, yeah. He was an interesting character, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Betelgeuse is one hell of a fucking interesting character. I couldn't hate him. Yeah, sure. You know, they did Rem dirty like that, sending all of his thugs on her, and then she was, as he said already, a bloodied up, battered up damsel. Well, she's not a damsel in distress. She's more like the tragic heroine coming to save her husbando. She's already, you know, suffered way too many mortal wounds. She can barely stand up. She's exhausted, but here she is, a lone heroine, all right, here to save her loved one against all the odds. All right, facing the overwhelming darkness by herself. And in the end, she just fell short, reaching out her hand to Subaru, trying to save him. And then she got turned into a fucking pretzel. All right, I hate Betelgeuse for having fucked Rem over so badly, but I can't hate him because he's such an interesting character. Hats off to Kirito's voice actor. Okay, for having voice acted that character so well. He definitely sold it to me. All right, I was so captivated by that guy's performance the whole time when we were in that cave. All right, like the guy's an absolute fucking lunatic. And even like when Subaru was yelling his heart out, man, he was breaking his voice box, screaming, "I'm gonna kill you." The guy literally just didn't give a shit. He's there off in his own little world, looking around. It's like, oh, this is a bloodied up mess of a room, huh? Time to cheese it. Time to get out of it. And then he's just smiling and clapping. It's like, hey everyone, time to leave now. And then he just leaves. The best way, actually no, the best comparison I have with him. This guy is basically the Joker. All right, he's like the Joker from The Dark Knight. All right, can't hate him. He's just too charismatic. He's just too interesting of a character. All right, and you just can't stop looking away from him. It's like a moth flying to a flame. All right, it's like a dumpster fire. You can't look away from him. That guy is just that interesting. And Subaru, right? Poor guy. Like, we started the episode off on him seeing everyone dead in that. All right, okay, we're gonna go into that. So he sees everyone dead in Rossfile's mansion, right? And then you can see from his face, he's mind broken. All right, seeing every single person that he cared about in that mansion slaughtered all over the floor. And also just Petra. When he rolled Petra over and you saw those depressed cavities in her eyes and only her eyelids are left sinking into them. That's how I interpreted it. I don't know if I was overthinking it or not, but I'm pretty sure if they'd drawn it and colored it like that, it has to mean that. And there's also blood running. 2 streams of blood running down her eyes, for fuck's sake. Okay? Clearly, somebody has scooped out Petra's eyes. It's just wrong. Okay, it's just so wrong. Oh my god. So yeah, Subaru got to see everything, and I guess he saw too much. And then he just laid in bed with that expression, and the fucking black miasma. But I'd like to think of it more like burnt toast. All right, you just see all this black smoke coming out of Subaru's head because his brain was microwaved, and his brain in there is like that SpongeBob episode, right, where all the SpongeBobs in the office room are just on their desks screaming, and everything's up in flames, right? It's that meme. Everything's fine, all right, and then all of the smoke is all of the fucking black smoke from the blazing inferno inside Subaru's mind is slowly escaping out of the vents, aka his nostrils, and anywhere else that they could possibly seep out of. So yeah, Subaru was absolutely mind broken, gone off the deep end. And how to make matters worse, he hadn't recovered yet. Rem was trying to take him back home to the mansion, and then they got gimped, blindsided, preemptive striked, jumped upon by all of those crazy religious nutcases. And then Subaru gets chained up in that room while having already still been mind broken. And then Betelgeuse is just standing there like, Anata, taida desu ne. Oh, how many times did he say that in this one episode? I'm pretty sure that's a fucking meme. Okay, any of you guys that have seen ReZero long enough, huh? You're gonna tell me, is that a meme? Anata, taida desu ne. My brain trembles. Holy shit, the guy's an absolute fucking freak. The guy's not just a clown, he's the whole fucking circus, man. That's just Betelgeuse guy. And he's there just licking his eyeball as well. Great. Yeah, Subaru got the full course menu right there. And then Subaru just went even more mad. You see him like holding his... Props to the voice actor. He definitely sold it. It was so disturbing, but so... It was a top-notch performance. He was there holding his head like this was the fucking saliva and all the tears just streaming out of his mouth and his eyes. Like, Subaru was just completely... He was off the deep end ages ago, and now he's in freefall. He's in, like, next extra levels of mind break. And then the fucking Kirito guy is just there laughing it up, just soaking up all of Subaru's agonizing pain. Yeah. It was, well, hey, at least at the very end there, at least he got so mind broken that eventually he snapped out of it. He did a complete 360. He went full circle. He got so fucking mind broken that at the end there, in his newly reset life, he now knows what he has to do. He has to take revenge over Rem's death in that other timeline and go and stop these cultists once and for all. And you saw that face. Holy shit, Subaru was like, it was molding. Subaru was fuming. He was absolutely raging mad, which is a good thing. I guess, you know, he's angry, but from that face you can see he's determined now. All right, Subaru now has a motive. He's now found his purpose, what he wants to do now. He's no longer mind broken and lost. He's found his resolve to continue fighting. That's great. Okay, that's great. Did we talk? I can't remember. In the previous episode 14, did we talk about the blonde maid? I'm pretty sure I did. Either that or I'm forgetting. Goldfish memory doesn't serve me, huh? The blonde maid that we saw from Rem and Ram's like flashbacks. Where the fuck has she been this whole time, right? So, you know, Rem is dead. Ram was dead. Actually, yeah, I think I might have talked about it already in episode 14, right at the end. Yeah, well, we'll leave it at that. Okay, there's this blonde maid. I don't know where she is. Roswald's also not there. I think I also mentioned that in the previous episode's discussion. The Roswald and this blonde maid both apparently are in this mansion, but they weren't here to help deal with all of these cultists. I'm pretty sure Roswald and also Betty, right? Betty could have probably helped as well. So it's only Rem and Ram and the kids that are getting slaughtered, which is seemingly kind of unfair. You have to wonder, where is everybody else? So, is there anything else that we need to talk about from this episode? No, I think that's it. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is one fucking long recording. Oh boy, it's well over an hour. We gotta wrap this up. Now. Okay, I'm running out of time. I got other things to do for the rest of my day. All right, so that's it. That's all I want to talk about from this episode. TLDR. All right, if you're still watching by this point, TLDR. This episode was legendary. Solid 10 out of 10. This episode, by itself, is a solid 10 out of 10. Absolutely legendary episode. All right, and I'm gonna have to go watch it again later. All right, to go and fully comprehend what the fuck that I just watched. I honestly can't believe it. All right, like, I never in my wildest imaginations would have thought that ReZero would have ended up where it is right now on episode 15. People told me, it's like, oh, hey, you know, grim dark fantasy. Like, oh, okay, so what, like Attack on Titan grim dark fantasy? Or, you know, Fate Zero in a sense, grim dark fantasy? But, you know, so far, up until this point, it was like, okay, yeah, sure, there was a few gruesome deaths every now and again, and Subaru does suffer kind of, you know, some pretty bad situations, but never in my wildest imaginations did I think that we were going to reach this levels of grim dark by episode 15. All right, this is definitely cranked up the fucking heat meter by like 10 dials. So yeah, like if it keeps getting darker than this, holy shit, I'm all up for that. Like they were even playing Dark Souls music, I think, at one point. I mean, it's not exactly, but it sounded a lot like it when they were in the cave for the first time with Romano Conti and the rest of the cultists there. They were playing some straight up Dark Souls fucking music there with the choir, the monks singing and all of that shit. This episode, amazing. Okay, absolutely amazing. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. I want to wrap this up now. This video is taking too long. We'll continue any more discussions that I might come up with, all right, that I can't think of right now from the top of my head at the start of the next video, all right, for episode 16. So that is it, guys. All right, that's all of my thoughts for the time being, for the discussion, for what has been an amazing episode 15 of ReZero Season 1. So thank you all so much for watching. If any of you watching right now still haven't done so, you're brand new to this channel, you're checking this episode out for the first time on my channel, I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, this is one of the popular episodes, so pretty much people who don't even know who I am might end up checking out this reaction to episode 15. Right, in the same way that there are certain special episodes in Attack on Titan that everybody checks out, like episode 6 of season 2. Everyone will just click on that no matter if they know that the fucking person reacting or not. So if you are brand new to this channel and you are now invested, you have been persuaded by this episode's reaction that this is somebody that you'd like to back, you'd like to follow and support on his ReZero journey, and you want to relive your suffering with your boy Too Lazy for Life as he suffers for the first time through your favorite show, ReZero, please like, comment, and more importantly, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching this video on YouTube, all right? All of the social media links you need are given right down there in the video description and in the pinned comment, and most importantly, the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe buttons down below. It takes 1 second. It's free. Leave me all of your comments about your first time experience watching this episode. What did you feel about it? Anything else I might have missed out from this episode that you want to point out for me, and then we can have a discussion on that. All right, I'll get back to you as soon as possible on that. All right, and yeah, like the video. All right, just help me spread my influence and my sphere of presence on the wide web. If you help me rack up them follower and support numbers, I'll very much appreciate it. You can also join my Discord. All right, very easy to sign up. The link is also again given right down there on YouTube. It takes like a couple of seconds to make an account if you're brand new to Discord. Very easy, and it's free. And also if you want to unlock all the full uncut, unedited reactions that you not find anywhere else, and also get 1 week early access ahead of the YouTube crowd for future uploads, consider joining my Patreon. All right, again, link given right down there. You'll be directly financially supporting me and backing me in my pursuits to becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube and on the wide web. Big massive shout outs to all of my existing patrons right now supporting me on Patreon, and last but not least, big massive shout outs once again to the Sloth Troopers, Tomato and Eden's Musketeer, and also to the supreme top dog financial supporter of the Too Lazy for Life patron army, Zozo. Thank you so much, Zozo. Again, as always, you've been signed up to Supreme now for like, what, 4 months? And also to my Sloth Trooper supporters as well. You are definitely above and beyond the rest, okay, in terms of your going the extra mile, all right, to support and help your boy out. So thank you, you three, so much. You guys are absolutely freaking awesome. All right, so that is it, guys. That is my reaction. That is this video, this episode of ReZero, episode 15. Hope you've enjoyed my suffering. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed sucking up all of my fucking tears. Actually, that was one thing that we never talked about. We never touched upon throughout any part of this discussion. Sucking up my tears. You guys, huh? You guys liked it, huh? Tastes so sweet. drinking up all of my fucking suffering and depression and sadness. I bet you guys out there must have been laughing your damn asses off, huh? When I was fucking breaking down, crying throughout the whole last segment of this episode. Does my suffering entertain you? You find my suffering amusing? You find my pain and torture entertainment? Alright, that's it. Alright, that's all I gotta say for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you all next week. Oh, wow. Yeah, next week. Huh. I completely forgot about that. 15, right? 15 would be the last episode of this week. What a way to cap off the week. The third episode of this week to just premiere, suddenly spring up on a Friday for you guys, and also for me, just waking up today to go get sprung upon for the first ReZero episode of the day, and this was what I got gifted. What a way to finish the week off on a Friday, huh? Episode 15 of ReZero. Holy shit, talk about an absolute spectacular ending for this week's batch of ReZero episodes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but in any case, guys, alright, that is it for this week. I'll see you guys all next week for the continuation of ReZero with episode 16, alright? But until then, that is it from me. Bye for now!